Yo, if you want to know how to grow your email list with your podcast and also how to grow your podcast downloads using email, then this is the video for you because I got some really cool stuff I'm about to show you. Yo, what's cracking? Zachary Babcock here with UnderdogEmpowerment.com. Now, you may or may not know that email marketing could be a lot more fruitful, a lot better than promoting your podcast per se on social media. And likewise, it might also be a better tool to grow your podcast downloads and grow your email subscriber list. They kind of play off each other. So that's what I'm going to show you in this video. Let's get right to it. All right, the tool that we're going to be using throughout this video is the tool that I use for my email service provider. We're going to call that ESP for short, and that is ConvertKit. Now, I'm going to link up ConvertKit in the description below if you want to check that out. If you don't already have an email service provider, definitely highly recommend using that one. Now, first, what you're going to want to do when you're launching your podcast is you're going to want to make a launch email to your existing subscriber list, to notify them that, hey, you're coming out with a podcast, and leave them links for them to subscribe to your podcast show with. That's when you're launching. And likewise, on social media, you want to actually get people to opt into your list to check out your podcast. So you can make an announcement that your podcast is launching in 7 days, and that if they wish to receive updates, then go ahead to subscribe if they wish to get those updates directly to their inbox, and drop them a link for them to subscribe to your email list. And that's how you build it in the launch phase. Now let's get into a little bit more specific strategies as far as promoting your podcast through your email newsletter or through however what you want to call it. Let's head to the computer and I'm going to show you how you do that on ConvertKit. All right, here we are inside of ConvertKit. Now I'm going to go to broadcast. These are what you put out, you write, and then you could schedule them or you could send them out right away. I tend to put my newsletter out through this way. So let's go to my latest newsletter. We're going to review this. Now this is one way that you could do it, all right? You can do a newsletter type. If you have a lot of content like I do, then you can give people all that in one spot. So how I structure mine is I let them know right up top what this is. This is useful content, powerful podcast marketing strategies, tools, and exclusive deals from Zachary Babcock and Podcast Penthouse. And then I come in here. The very first section is what happened that week in a story, and just to connect with my audience and tell them what's going on, what's new. And then I have a section called Podcast Read, and that's where I promote the blog, the new blog that comes out every single week, having something to do with podcasting. Then I hit them with the podcast resource, which is an affiliate product that I use and that I recommend people to use. In this example, it was Libsyn. And if people want to go use that, they also get a free month when they use my promo code, and I promote something right there. Then I have the podcast watch, which is what you're watching now. It's a YouTube video that comes out once a week. I link to it so that my subscribers can go check it out, and it's always something on podcast marketing. And then finally, I have my latest episode lately on Underdog Empowerment, and I give a quick little blurb. I say who it is, what we talked about. I don't give it all away, and then I link to it so that they can go check it out. And that's simply that. That's one way that you can go ahead and promote your podcast to your existing email subscriber list. Now, another way that you could do this is you don't even have to say, let's say you don't want to promote everything else that you got going on. You just want to promote just the podcast episode. Then you could just do like I did here and maybe expand on it a little bit more and just promote your podcast in there, and then drop links for where all they can find that at. All right, now let's get into how to grow your email list through your podcast. Now, this is really, really powerful stuff right here. What you're going to want to do is take an existing lead magnet that you already have and promote it on your podcast whenever it makes sense, or you can make even a recurring plug, what I call it, in every single episode. Like in the beginning, you plug your flagship lead magnet. For mine, for example, is my podcast roadmap. So I might say something like, hey man, if you've been looking to start a podcast but you have absolutely no clue how to make that happen, but you really want to get your podcast out there because you have a message that needs to be heard, then go check out the complete free podcast roadmap at underdogempowerment.com/roadmap. It's a complete A to Z guide that's going to show you everything you need to know about podcasting, even if you have no idea. Go check that out. And it's as simple as that, and then I'm plugging it, and then I'm going to link to that in the show notes. So you take an existing lead magnet and you plug it on your podcast. Now, you can also get really creative. Let's say that you talk about a specific topic on your show that day, and you can create a lead magnet off of what you talked about that goes a little bit deeper. Maybe you offer them a checklist, something that doesn't take a lot of time to create, and you make that, and then you say, hey guys, if you want the checklist, so you make sure that you're doing these steps in correct order and some additional videos tied to it or whatever that you put on there, then you direct them to that lead magnet, and then that gets them to opt into your email, and now boom, they're an email subscriber. Let me show you what that looks like real quick on the computer screen. All right, here we are. Here's the landing page for my podcast Penthouse Roadmap. Now, as you quickly see, there's just a headline. Well, notice on this that there's nothing but just a way for them to either give me the email address and opt in to get this podcast roadmap, or leave. That's the only two options. I'm not trying to give them multiple options because then the conversion rates will be low. So that's the same thing that you could do. You can offer your flagship product on your podcast, or you can create a new one for people to opt into, and you direct the traffic to there so that they can go and fill out your form, and then they can join your email list. It's as simple as that. All right, I can't stress to you enough how important it is to promote your podcast through your email list and to grow your email list through your podcast and vice versa. It really makes a huge difference when you start doing this the right way. And if you don't already have your email service provider, I highly recommend using ConvertKit. And if you already have one, you're not satisfied with your email service provider, ConvertKit is a real deal. I'm gonna link that up in the description below so that you can check that out. And I got a video for you that's going to show you how to market your podcast on social media, because you might not be getting the traction on social media that you hoped that you would be getting. A lot of podcasters run into this problem. I got a really cool, unique way on how to get around that. But real quick, if you're not already subscribed to this channel right here, and you want the best tips on how to market your podcast, how to dominate your brand and business with your show, make sure you hit subscribe so you continue to get the #1 resource every time I post a video. Now, this video right here is going to show you how to finally start getting traction on social media by promoting your podcast. Go check it out, and I'm going to catch you on the next video. Peace.